Unmuting.
All right, let's get it. Look at this.
Quality assurance.
A lot of Jake going at women lately too.
Yep. Which one? I got all three on the line. You get your phone back yet?
Yeah, it's the crib. I got to turn on.
You ain't do it yet?
No, it's going to
Yeah. All three of my jacks out here. Let me see my other joint.
I told him, I said he might as well just, you know what I mean, get that 15.
I told him the same thing. But he got they don't got it in the store because you know how to you know how to mobile always wants big you know how to mobile it's for sure. You know how to mobile always want big down payments even if you well qualified. It was asking for something down. It was asking for something down for the 15. But you know when you trade in a phone, if they got it in stock, they can apply it straight to the front.
We good. Yeah.
All right. Shalom.
Hold on, brothers.
We are the Hebrew Israelites coming in week and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. As you know, is America, but we know it's spiritually Babylon, Sodom, Gomorrah, and all the wicked kingdoms wrapped up into one. But first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Barak Madash. Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, taught us the truth and rule well. And shalom to all you brothers pushing the rock to the four corners of the earth, trying to steal the elect and bring Yahweh Shah back sooner so we get about this wicked kingdom and establish our own, man. To you, I say shalom. All right?
Shalom, brothers.
Now, we about to just get back into the basics, you know, let the spirit deal. We're going to get into Israel only, man. See, I've been reading a lot of articles right now that there's a new AI preachers that are preaching like this prosperity doctrine and basically saying that, and when I say AI preachers, like actually AI robots that are actually preaching the gospel. Well, their form of the gospel, and they're basically trying to include everybody into the kingdom of heaven with a little twist on it, a little sugar put on it, man. Allowing the abominable, allowing the sinners, allowing all those that do wickedly to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Get that the Lord's not mocked. No sinners, fornicators, adulterers.
Two Timothy.
1 Corinthians 6:9.
But you know, if you know it,
1 Corinthians.
yeah, bring that out real quick. But so we're just gonna get back into the basics, which I'm pretty sure a lot of brothers already know all this, but it's a repetitive thing because we got to keep reminding our people that this is that this calling election is only for the children of Israel, man.
Exclusive.
It's exclusive deal, man. You know, you got to be born with that golden ticket. You got to be born with that golden blood in your veins, man. And you have to have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on you to even be elected, because the elect were created in the beginning by Yahweh Shah and have been with them since the beginning of time, and they've already been the elect since the beginning of time. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 6:9 and 10. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Be not deceived, neither fornicators nor idolaters. Right there.
So it says, be not deceived, man. Know that the unrighteous or the wicked shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven. That also goes with the what? With the what they call them, the goyim. What the fake Jews call them?
What?
Goyim.
Goyim.
Yeah, isn't it? Those are not a part of our nation. I haven't Gentiles. Yeah, but I think they
Goyim.
No, I think
that might be a slang.
That's the way they would say it. They're like goyim. I think they will say goyim. You know, letting but we out here to let you people know that this election, that the kingdom of heaven is only for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And even if you're not in your right mind, you still will inherit the kingdom of heaven, but you have to know death by pain and come back through the loins. All right. But for the other nations, you have no say, you have no will. There's nothing you can do to put yourself into that category. All you could possibly do is cling to the house of Israel, so your judgment per se could be maybe less grievous, if you will, you know, because the Lord might wink at the fact that you was clinging the whole time. Like, hey, look, I knew it was them niggas. I know, hey, you saw me over here doing, you know. But besides that, you wicked, you Gentiles, you goyim, you're not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. And this is proof. What?
Yeah, it says, be not deceived, neither fornicators nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves.
So look, the Lord says it twice: effeminate and abuses of themselves with mankind. Effeminate meaning being what, weak-minded or feminine, faithless, right? And then he says abuses of themselves with mankind, meaning men with men, women with women. The Lord is not dealing with that. Those things are not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. So when you go to these churches and you see these, how should I say this in a politically correct way? These alphabet community pastors talking about, it's for everybody. My God loves. Oh, well, listen, the power that I serve is very stern about his instructions and very stern about who has a ticket into the kingdom of heaven, man.
They don't even practice their own Bible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, it says, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
So look, most of those things that was just mind you, one thing about Yahweh Shem Yahushua, if you ever read it in the Levitical laws, when the Lord wants something done or he wants something a certain way, he's very specific on it.
Yep.
And then right here, he literally broke down exactly what's not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Now mind you, we already know the Gentiles are not going to inherit it, but he's mainly speaking to the children of Israel, letting you know, hey, look, don't be deceived. Don't think you're going to be out here sowing upon your flesh and having all this wickedness, and then you're going to receive eternal glory, riches, and immortality. No. Because I love you, you're my child, I'm going to have to put you to death, but you're going to have to know that death by pain. And you're going to have to come back through the loins to be able to receive the kingdom of heaven. And also, when you come back through the loins, you're going to be in a lower estate because the first fruits are going to be like glorified. And then 144,000 are going to be like the freaking marvelous men, Marvel. Those brothers going to be like the idols of today. How you look at your Jay-Z's and your fucking and your Beyonce's. Well, I'm not saying Beyonce, but because it's all men. But your Jay-Z's and your whatever other Floyd Mayweather's. How people look at them. That's going to be the 144,000, right? And now the elect, the 1/3 women, men and children, they're going to be at high esteem. People going to know, oh, yo, that's the leadership, but that's royalty of the leadership. Right. And then you're going to have the social class. Yeah. The children in the social class. Now, the social class is going to be higher than all other nations because what? It's your nation. The kingdom of heaven is bestowed upon the children of Israel, but you're not going to be at the highest of echelon, man.
Yeah, like the poorest Israelite going to be like a trillionaire.
Yeah,
it's like it's going to be the abundant of everything, but you the lowest of the.
Yeah, but you probably ain't going to have.
Still going to be crazier than any other thing else.
There's going to be a way of the Lord going to differentiate. Yeah. Like I said, we talked about auras. Like the elect might give off a green hue.
It's going to be something that in that day is going to make sense.
It's going to make sense.
Yeah, because it said, any of you break the least of this kingdom, the same will be the least of these commandments. The same will be least in the kingdom. Mm-hmm. So that lets you know there's a hierarchy scale already. Plus, we already know that from just the pecking order of Yahweh Shah, King David, 144,000.
Shalom, Mark. Shalom.
Somewhere with the apostles going to be in there too as well. But at the same time, we already know that pecking order already.
Oh, you know that the apostles going to be part of 144,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're going to be because it ain't no higher number than 144,000. After the 144,000 is King David. Then you got Yahweh Shah.
But what is dope though, the kingdom of heaven and the foundations of it are going to be layers of the names of the apostles.
Well, that's dope shit. You're right.
Yeah.
That is dope.
That's dope.
That is dope. And whoever those men are that being reincarnated from that old time into now, man, the spirit that the Lord when Yahweh Shah created you, man, that spirit that He created. Because mind you, remember we read the scriptures when the Lord was putting the apostles together. Remember how He was just walking? Hey, you, come be fishers of men. He just knew.
It seemed like it was random, but he
knew their spirit.
It was specific. He was like
Yahweh Shah. He knows it.
Yeah.
What's dope is remember he ain't the only one. It was Yahweh Shah, and I think not Elisha. It was I think Elijah or Elisha was also born with the Holy Spirit.
I think it was Elijah.
Because Yahweh Shah got it.
Elijah was translated, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think it was Elijah.
But Yahweh Shah is Yahweh Shah. So Yahweh Shah had the power to know who. Yeah. Yahweh Shah knew who Lek was.
So I think about what just so happened. The Lord walking across the water, and He said, "Hey, you, drop your nets, come with me." And the fact that they just was like, they don't know this man from a can of paint. They just was like, okay. Right. That's how you knew, man. The Lord probably unlocked their spirit, like
yo, this man.
There's something we got to follow him, you know. But just to bring this full circle, man.
Salakia, my bad, John.
But the scriptures say that John is Elijah.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. Yup. My bad.
does
Salak.
say that.
It
Yeah,
does say
it
that.
sounds
right. I know
it
it does say that.
Yeah.
God, but we to bring this full circle, man, we bringing this out because we need to make it very clear that the kingdom of heaven and all the glory and honor and riches and everything and all the promises that are bestowed, that are going to be bestowed, are only for the children of Israel, man.
I got something.
It's not for nobody else, man.
I got something for you.
You can't be, just because your best friend might be an Edomite and you grew up with him, guess
Right.
what?
Yeah.
The Lord is coming what? To set division, right? Just because your woman might be an Edomite, or your woman might be a Moabite or Ammonite or Ishmaelite or Elamite, you know, that don't mean just because you put seed in her, that she gonna be saved up or she gonna be elected too. No, your children gonna be. She gonna have to come back, either be a slave or she gonna be a concubine on the next
Craziest
side.
thing, right? My shorty's best friend, right? Best friend, she's a Jake, but she had kids with an Edomite.
Oh,
right?
damn.
And through the spirit, I know the guy, cool Edomite, right? Even though he's like one of them like trashy kind of hood Edomites, he's a full Edomite, right? She got 2 kids by this man. My shorty be teaching her like certain things. So like she starting to not eat pork and shellfish and starting to get away from her birthday. So like my shorty slowly like, yo, chill. And she's like receptive to it. She's like, wait, so we're not supposed to eat this, right? Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But I told my shorty, I said, you know, her biggest problem is, come down to it, her kid's not gonna be
Never, not at all.
Edomite.
Yeah, true. Not at all.
Kid,
It's
Especially-
her or their baby father.
Yep. You know what kind of heartbreak it's gonna be for a woman that got that. But this is why our women are not supposed to deal with outside of our culture.
Yeah.
The Lord gave you 12 tribes of men, man.
That's a law too for them not to have babies with the
Because you multiplying their nation.
You're multiplying their nation.
You're supposed to be multiplying our nation.
Our own nation.
But go ahead,
Yep, it says Matthew 10, 5 and 6 and 7. It says, these 12 Yahweh shall send forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the ways of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. As ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
See, so even when Yahweh Shah made a specific commandment to the 12 apostles, he said, look, go to the 4 winds, right, and go gather my children, preach the kingdom of heaven in the gospel, but do not go into the way of the Samaritans. And then he made it very clear.
Gentiles, yeah.
He said, made it very clear. He said, preach to the children of the house of Israel. Now, when you say house, if everyone knows, like if you say kindred or kinfolk or house, you know you're talking about a certain bloodline, right? Just like just like Edomites, right? They love their bloodlines, right? If you think about all the kings and queens of Europe, most of them were cousins, brothers, sisters, and they were marrying and intermingling and staying and keeping their bloodlines intact. One cousin will have sex with his aunt over here, and they was going all over, but they understood the concept of bloodline. Even right now, all the presidents in America, right? They did a study where most every American president are all related, even Barack Obama. They're all related. Why? Because they're keeping it in their bloodline, right? Their rulership in their bloodline. And throughout generations, look at Kim Jong-un, right? If you know anything about the North Koreans, they're only in year 100 and something, because they start their years when that one king was ruling, like the grandfather was ruling, and once he was ruling, and then how many years he lived, and then now you got Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, they ruled for a long time.
Yeah, but
Russian presidents, they ruled for.
Yep.
It ain't like every 4 years.
No.
Changing a president. That's too much, man.
What, every 4 years of change?
It's like you think that it's better for the society because you're always getting somebody new, somebody fresh. But in reality, if you just appointed a rightful ruler,
right,
then allow them to rule, and then they raise their children to rule in their stead.
Exactly.
And it keeps going on.
I'm pretty sure everybody's seen Game of Thrones.
Or when that ruler goes, a new ruler is appointed by the people.
all of them the same.
Yeah, but this
Last Kingdom.
The Last Kingdom.
This
But that's the concept. So why is it so hard for people to understand the concept of the kingdom of heaven? When Matthew, the 1st chapter, goes into the genealogy, the patriarchy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All men. It
Father
goes
to son to son
straight
to
down.
son to son to
Right?
son.
It goes straight through.
Yeah, it do.
Right? and it's letting you know, hey, look, this is the bloodline, right? The seed. This is the seed that it talks about the seed of the promise, man. How Abraham will have the seed of the promise, man. That he will have a son, and his son will Isaac will basically bequeath what? The children of Israel. His seed line will go on forever and ever, a promised seed line.
Yo, you know, through the spirit, there was an Edomite on the way here talking about Genesis 17 that you're going into. And he was, and Genesis 17 specifically says how Yahweh spoke to Abram, which turned into Abraham.
Yep.
And because he's so thorough, his covenant gonna be with him, right?
Yeah.
And I will have your seeds after you, kings and priests and things of that nature, right? And then you're gonna have and also going to have blessed with many nations and 12 others. But his interpretation of the 12 was like everybody, though. I was crying. I don't get it, bro. But I said, yo, he don't know what he talking
It's
about.
because it's
Christopher Green's what it was. The boy Christopher Green.
But you also-
AMTV.
Oh,
boy.
AM, yeah,
But
yeah,
you do know why Esau had to teach his people that, right? That doctrine. Because it's cognitive dissonance. If I told you, hey, by the way, yo, at the end of all of this, we all gonna be put in slavery. What would be the point of any of these Edomites being in order? They be out here like, fuck it. We ain't got a God anyway.
Yeah. That makes
You
sense.
see how they are now when
Right,
these mosh
yeah.
pits swinging on each other.
Right.
Think about that, but mass, right? So they needed some kind of order, so they used our book, right, and our moral standards to create their order, even though they know, we ain't really them niggas.
You know what he did too? You know how it says that he would give. I would give you and your seeds after that the land, the whole Canaan, because it's really gonna be the whole Canaan world. And then he was like, he translated that to real estate in today. See, Jesus told us to get real estate in land, and according to land, I'm like, yo, what the fuck,
Bro,
But
that's called using God to gain and profit.
Yep. That's what he said too. Yep.
Think about it. You go on the street, you see homeless people, right? Every single homeless person sign is gonna say something like something God bless.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, thank you, God bless. Anything else with a scripture, because it's called sewing and playing and pulling at people's heartstrings.
Yo, I actually
pull the God and religion card.
Yep.
It's gonna make people feel entitled.
You know what's crazy? Every time somebody say God bless to me, I get upset.
Yeah.
Yo, I got this same gas station in Jersey because it's the cheapest gas you can find around. I go there and I always give them a little, because you know in Jersey they pump your gas for you. And we in Philly, so Philly you pump your own gas. But every time I go over there, you see him slaving by himself or whatever. It's like an Elamite or something, Ishmaelite or Elamite. And then I gave him like $2-3 tip, and the first thing, yo man, God bless, man. Now every time I pull up, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Bless you. I be in my head like, yo, just stop it, because whatever God you trying to bless me with, bro, gonna die.
But you also gotta remember this too, man. You also gotta remember this too. And these heathen, right? Even if it's Jake that don't know the Lord, when they bless you and stuff like that, even if they don't know, the Most High will take that and translate it over to you in a righteous way. Anyway.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I see what you're
so
saying.
It's like it's
the same way how the Lord said, I will even make your enemies at peace with you.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
So for them to also like who was the white Edomite that tried to Edomite? Balaam, right?
Balaam,
so even when he was like, no, I'm gonna put a blessing on him, right? So you right, you know what, brother? I'm gonna take it,
Lord,
because he feared the Lord.
Supposed curse, and then what happened was, you gotta remember, in that day, even heathens knew Yahweh and who the Israelites were. So it was kind of like a Judah 5 and 20 effect, because he saw that they was in righteousness, they was chilling, they all doing good. He said, no, I'm gonna bless them, because I ain't even about to say
He said, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Leave that alone.
I'm gonna bring this out real quick. So this is a brother, Zebulun Guerrero,
Amos
3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Man, the Most High only known the nation of Israel, right? Because we're His sons, so we're His children. So that's why He chastises us for our iniquities and for us disobeying Him. He don't judge the world that way. He don't punish the world because what? They're not His children, man. He created them, but they're not His children, man.
You know what?
He don't claim them.
I'm gonna bring out.
They're like bastard children.
I'm gonna bring out Genesis 17. I'm gonna get to a certain point. Bring out Romans 9 and 3 and 4. It's gonna tie right together.
Let me get this last one too. Deuteronomy 26 and 19. It says to make thee high above all nations which He have made in praise and in His name and in honor, and that thou mayest be an holy people unto the Lord thy God, as He has spoken.
Yeah, it is. Every time. This is Genesis 17. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, This is what the bull read, and we're gonna bring the understanding on what I was trying to say. And the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God, Yahweh. Walk before me and be thou perfect, and I will make my covenant between me.
Let me say, hey, and you know what's crazy? Because they don't say like God, like Elohim, that may have been actually Yahweh himself, man. That presented himself.
Yeah.
You know, brought his light down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like
brought his likeness down.
It's all capitals.
Yeah.
It says, and I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. This is what you don't understand.
Yeah.
Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. And this is where he was trying to tie all Moab and everybody else.
Well, but that perspective is true.
Yeah, in a
he
way.
just didn't understand the chosen bloodline.
But even still, Moab, Ammon,
They were all
they're not Abraham's seed.
no, they're not. No, they're offspring
No, they're not.
you know what? You're absolutely right. They're
They're not Abraham's seed.
Because Lot is
That's his brother's son.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
You know,
You're absolutely right.
the only ones you could technically apply to that is Jacob and Esau.
Yep.
That's it.
And also Ishmael.
And Ishmael.
Yep.
So technically, if you really wanted to apply other nations, you would have to only
'cause he
say
had,
the Arabs, so-called Arabs, so-called white people,
man,
and so-called black people.
Latino in America. Yep, that's how you got to do it. Yep.
If you were to use it based off of their logic,
Their logic. Yep, kind.
because
But even-
Ham and his descendants are
Japheth
not,
and their- Japheth and
Japheth and descendants. Elam and Moab and Ammon, they're not Abraham's seed. They're not sons of Abraham. They may have been relatives in some way, shape, or form, but they're not his seed.
Yep, kind. Yep.
Yo, not to. But you know how you ever think like, why is the Lord putting Elam in slavery? Because you thought that Elam didn't do nothing. Well, we know they did something, bro. Go and do some more research on the Silk Road, bro.
Okay.
Oh my
The
goodness,
scriptures do say all have a hand in the joint.
bro. When you go in more in detail on the Silk Road, these Elamites was fucking us up. All the slave merchants, all Israelite men. Bro, the Silk Road, it wasn't just the Asians. Elam, because remember, the Silk Road goes through what?
Runs through Asia. Yeah,
And guess what? You're going to hit India.
You're gonna
and all
hit
that.
India,
Right here.
Pakistan.
Bro, these motherfuckers was basically with the Edomites and the Romans and was trading us. Like, hey, I give you some silk and gold and some purple and lavender. Give me 3 of them niggas over there. Bro, when you find out that shit, I'm like, you fucking motherfucker. That's why they be like, I'm brown. You blacker than me, motherfucker.
All right, you got Micah Allah on here. Shalom, Mak.
Shalom, Mak.
All right, you got Yashala, Hopeful 144. I believe that's per thumb. Shalom,
Shalom, Mak. Shalom,
brother. This is Genesis 17 and 6 again. It says, and I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. Mm-hmm. And that's 144,000 in the future in the future kingdom.
Because technically, if you when you go into it, many nations really just goes into the different tribes of the nation of Israel. Because we, as a people, are so diverse. We make up a big portion of the world. All right, just between the different tribes and different how we've sprung out to different places in the world.
Yeah.
Right? And we've always been fruitful because every the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are very fruitful and naturally naturally fertile people, man.
But the Lord commanded, be fruitful and multiply.
Yep.
Remember what happened with
Sending spirit.
Remember when
You know what the nation that multiplied?
the Pharaoh had ordered all the firstborn sons.
Yep.
As soon as he did that, the Lord was like, and then because he did that, I made Israel increase their more numbers. Yeah.
And they started having way more sons.
Way more sons.
But you also,
yeah.
but you want to, you know what's crazy about that though? When the Lord increased the sons, you do know what the Lord was setting up, right?
The armies.
The Book of Numbers,
Yeah.
the armies.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, that's how they feel. Go ahead and multiply. Then I'm gonna have y'all so hard body that they ain't gonna be able to mess with y'all anyway. Raise y'all men up, bro. The Lord,
Yo, the Book of Numbers is the shit.
is the bro.
Numbers is
matter of fact,
all that.
we should
Numbers is all
that'd be
that.
next. That'd be next. Matter of fact, we'll go back to next because that'll give you that war.
By
Matter of fact,
Lumdai
you in
24.
Maccabees, so we in Maccabees, which in war now,
War, yeah.
and then we'll just go back to more.
What Maccabees is good because Maccabees not only does it teach you that warlike spirit, it teach you that, man, fuck that spirit.
Exactly what I just
Fuck
said.
that shit.
That's why I said,
Like, yo, we
finish
not about to let
Maccabees.
these-
Finish
You know what I mean?
Maccabees and go over the book of Numbers, bro. You're gonna be like,
Numbers is dope.
Fuck yeah, fuck all these heathen.
Numbers is pop because the Lord always got to. He like, I want 18,000 of them, and the tribe of Simeon, and
Yo,
they start
bro.
doing some shit. That
Bro,
shit crazy.
listen, man.
That shit crazy.
Listen,
'Cause
man.
you gotta remember, Numbers was for us to get the land, so we had to, we had
We
to
had
plague certain shit out the way.
Yeah, we
just in order to get it.
He said,
yeah.
plague, sir. We was the plague.
Yeah, we're right.
We was the plague.
We was out of wrecking
Because
house.
the Israelites are coming. Lord was like, kill everything, leave nothing.
Leave nothing,
Don't
yup.
even leave the virgins. I don't want you to mix in with none
Oh
of
no,
these
they take a
motherfuckers.
spoil.
No. It was, remember when the Lord told
There
us,
was certain
That's Saul.
places.
No.
Saul fucked that up
There
too.
was
Though.
certain places.
it was certain places. I'm not saying all
Oh
places.
yeah, so like it's like
There was certain places the Lord told us not to have nothing because He didn't want us mixing in, touching none of it. He said everything they didn't did is foul, defiled. Kill it all.
Moses was leading the shot the balls. Moses was a hard body, yo. He was a bull, yeah. Genesis 17 and 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee and their generations for an everlasting covenant to be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee. And you know what's crazy? The bull on the AMTV was reading this in the, I think more like a NLT version because he was like, yeah, and I will make a covenant with thee and your descendants. I'm like, wait a minute, only a bloodline give you descendants, but he still didn't catch that one over his head.
Yeah. But the point is, he said, I will make a covenant and a law with the descendants.
Right.
But who was the law and the covenant given to?
Give it to, yeah.
Who author what the scripture? Matter of fact, let me grab
Psalms
this real quick.
147.
I got that right here. Psalms 147,
19,
19. It says, He showeth his word unto Jacob and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Right? Jacob being a descendant of Abraham, directly descendant,
yep.
his grandson. And it says, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel after he wrestled with the angel, which just means Yasha'Allah, which means Prince of the Power. It says, and he had, and that's already right there a prophecy fulfilled, because he said that I will make your descendants kings, right? But in order to become a king, generally
You have to be a prince.
You become a prince, and then you become a king. And it says, he have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And we know it's not Ishmael because it's going to go into it. But specifically, Ishmael was made great in many nations. And what Ishmael today? What are they? They're princes.
Princes.
Yep.
And there's no kings.
All you hear is Prince Abu Dhabi.
There's no kings.
Hey, mind you, they don't even call themselves kings. They call themselves sheiks.
Yeah.
They're like Prince Abu Dhabi, Prince this of this, Prince of that, Prince of this. And they're like sheik of
There is no
da-da-da.
kings over there.
I don't
and
think
that's,
that.
And that's congruent with the scriptures.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
No, there's no
there's
kings.
no king, right?
There's no kings. None.
They call them, but they call them sheik, right?
They princes. That's what they are.
God, get that. You in there, Romans, right?
Yeah, Romans 9:24 will also prove this.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. It says, this is Paul speaking, by the way. It says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Right. So there you go with the kindred, and according to the flesh, but also goes into seed, which means that's in Greek is sperma.
Yep.
Sperma, and also what you would call in NLT descendants. It's
Descendants,
all
yep.
family, biological bloodline, like the brothers was established.
And when you say kinfolk, you're speaking of your own, right? That's my kinfolk. You know, anybody from down south, Atlanta, like, yo, kinfolk. Hey, what's up, kinfolk? And meaning he basically calling you, yo, you part of my exact bloodline. You know? It says, verse 4, it says, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
And the key, okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And the key word to that, which is very, very important, is pertaineth to, which means belong to, or
Plain or drink?
that's a plain. Which that's a possession or belonging to. Your rightful rite of passage, or what you want to bring in.
Hey, and I just looked it up. So they're called, their highest rulers are called sultans.
Sultan.
And then when you go into the word sultan, it's not really a king. It's just a sovereign in regards to a Muslim state.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So it's like a Muslim, it's like the religious leader of the sovereignty.
Okay, so just called Sultan. Oh, we knew that. Fucking Aladdin and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sheik is just another word for like royalty, like a royal family.
Right.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Sheiks and
Sheik is-
princes and stuff. All right.
So
Sheik is like another word for noble.
So the prophecy did come true. They are great they are a great
They're
nation of
great
princes.
nations. Yeah, yes, they are.
That's true. It
Had
happened.
a lot of power.
Yup.
And that was their blessing, though.
It was,
You know?
and that was fair because he was a son of Abraham.
It's Isaac.
No, Ishmael is son of Abraham.
Salakia, brother. I'm thinking Isaac and his Ishmael. Salakia. You know, verse 5, it says, Romans 9 and 5, it says, whose are the fathers, and whom as concerning the flesh Christ came, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen. Now, mind you, when it says concerning the flesh Christ came, if you go to Matthew the first chapter, it literally breaks down the genealogy through the flesh, which I'm, for shits and giggles, I'll do it. It says Matthew 1. It says the book of the generations of Yahushua Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Now, was Yahushua the son of David? No. But that's letting you know that was Yahushua the son of Abraham? No. But that lets you know that he's one of the sons of what? The patriarch of that seed line. It says Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Judas and his brethren. And Judas begat Phares and Zara of Thamar, and Phares begat Ezram, and Ezram begat Aram, and Aram begat Aminadab, and Aminadab begat Nasum, and Nasum begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz of Rachab, and Boaz begat Obed of Ruth, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David the king. So we all know that what? King David's father was Jesse. It says, and Jesse begat David the king, and David the king begat Solomon, because we all know King Solomon was the wisest of all, right? Of her that had been the wife of Urias. And Solomon begat Rehoboam, and Rehoboam begat Abiah, and Abiah begat Asa, and Asa begat Josaphat, and Josaphat begat Joram, and Joram begat Ozias, and Ozias begat Joatham, and Joatham begat Akaz, and Akaz begat Ezekias, and Ezekias begat Manasseh, and Manasseh begat Amon, and Amon begat Josias, and Josias begat Jeconias and his brethren, and at the time they were carried away in the land of Babylon. Right? And after that, and after they brought and after they were brought to Babylon, Jeconias begat Salathiel, and Salathiel begat Zorobabel, and Zorobabel begat Abaid, and Abaid begat Lachiam, and Lachiam begat Azor, and Azor begat Sadak, and Sadak begat Akim, and Akim begat Eliad, and Eliad begat Eleazar, and Eleazar begat Mathan, and Mathan begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahushua, who is called a Mashiach, or Christ.
So that's a cut. That's
King of Israel.
That's a cut because if that's a cut
Who
because
is the king of Israel?
Because now Yahushua came from Jacob it came from Joseph, but if Christianity would say, oh, he's from the spirit, then after that will be a disconnect.
It negates the whole.
It negates the whole thing. It doesn't make any sense.
And then it even goes in to say, so all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations. So it's even letting you know these are the generations of old. These are the generations. How do you know the generations? Because the bloodline is intact. The bloodline is intact, man.
And you know what? Through the spirit, if you want to look at biologically, that would mean Yahushua not related to nobody.
Yeah, that would make no sense.
It would make no sense because he came from the spirit, so he's not even related to Joseph
if it was
or the seed line at all.
Two things. The Lord is not a man to lie, and he can't go back on his word. So it'll be the Lord committing adultery, and then immaculate conception. Doesn't make any sense.
This is
Angels don't even have sex.
Let me grab this out. Yashala Hope for 144. Galatians 3:16.
Yep.
It says, now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made.
Yep.
He saith not, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Hamashiach.
There you go. That's beautiful, brother.
Yep.
That's beautiful. I got a cut too. What's
That
this?
is, bro. That right there. Is
That
a drop
right there.
mic,
Yeah,
bro.
that
That's
is
like,
crazy.
It's
what's
literally,
this?
it clearly specifies. I said, you know
What's
what? I
this?
gotta specify that.
Y'all
Not
thought
many
I ain't know
seeds,
this. Y'all thought I ain't know this
one.
one. Watch this shit.
It's just the
I got
seed of
another one like
Hamashiach.
that.
Go ahead.
Y'all thought I ain't know this one. Wisdom of Solomon 7.
We heard this. But go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, start at the top. I myself also am a mortal man like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was I fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. Right,
And
sex.
that means sex, yeah.
Right. And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature, and the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do.
Okay.
I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth.
Exactly. And Yahushua is the king of Israel, right?
That's cut.
So he's like, no king was made king without going through this.
Yep.
You had to be born of the flesh, man. You had to be in your mother's womb, and you had to what? And it says through sex, right?
It's crazy how the scriptures even like speak on that,
Right.
Because it's like the Most
Yeah,
High. The Most High was probably like, "Yo, man, look, it's gonna come a time. It's gonna be a doctrine,
And
It's
they gonna be
a
talking-
holy
they gonna be
conception." So let's go ahead and throw some scripture in there.
Right. So that way you be like, yeah, that's some bullshit. That definitely is not what they
And the
say.
scriptures were written by men moved by the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
Yep. Holy Spirit came like, hey, make sure you put this in there, because they gonna be out here
They're
chopping
like-
the hell up.
And they probably was like, "Yeah, man, make sure y'all write it in this manner because I do need it to be a parable."
Yeah, because it's only for those
Yeah.
that I meant it for. Facts. What you got?
Yeah, I got a little more. Genesis 17 finishes up in 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee and the generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, and all the land of Canaan for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. And Yahweh said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after every man child among you shall be circumcised.
Mind you,
Also
it's another cut. It keeps saying every man child. It keeps saying generations, right? Seed line, covenants with you, one bloodline.
which also man child goes into what? Pedigree.
Yep. Oh my goodness, I seen this. It's not getting on topic, but I seen this. This video of a girl at court, and she basically trying to file for full custody, right? And she was trying to file for full custody, and she said, what she said was, she was like, yeah, I birthed him, he's my child, right? So the judge goes, yeah, man, it makes sense, man. And then you know what the man said? She looked at the man, got anything to say? He says, if I take a quarter and put it in a machine to buy a Coke, is it not my quarter that I put in my Coke too? And oh my goodness, when I heard that, I was like,
Oh shit, that was thorough.
that was the most thorough thing. He literally said, she's like, it's my child, I birthed him, it's my child. He was like, okay, Judge, Your Honor, if I take some money, if I take a quarter and put it into a soda machine to get a Pepsi, I put my quarter in and out came the Pepsi, is it not still my Pepsi? Is it not mine? The judge was like, you know what, we're gonna have to talk about a joint custody.
Bro, are you serious? That is dope.
Caught me off guard. I was like, bro, I would never have thought of
That
that.
quarter was a seed.
Quarter was a
Seed. He
bro.
said, if I put my money
So now
into
it's
this
it's
machine,
a vending machine. Nah, it's not your Pepsi. The vending machine Pepsi.
how's the vending machine Pepsi if I'm taking it with me?
Right, yeah.
I put
My-
my quarter, or I
right,
put
too.
my money into the machine and out pops my Pepsi, and I take my Pepsi with me. Did I not put my money in it to purchase what I wanted? Did I not put my seed into thy soil so it could grow and take it? Bro, bro, you should have seen the judge's face, bro.
Yeah, that was
the
dope.
judge was like,
That'd make anybody think. Like, okay.
no, because if when you first watch it, the judge was all on the girl's side. Yeah, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You did birth him, man. Real quick, the judge switched up. I was like, bro, that was the most ingenious. And he
Yeah,
said
wasn't it?
He said it's so calm. He didn't say it with no like, you judge. He was so calm with it. But I only say that to go. That's how we patriarch, right? Patriarch. That was a little testimony for patriarch. All right, what you got?
It's common knowledge, man.
It is common knowledge,
Common knowledge.
but
It's
not
so simple, bro.
not to these women.
But the thing about these women really know it, bro. They're in denial.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Cognitive
Nice.
dissonance.
What they do have is that we all can agree with is that you can't really continue the seeds without them. That's true.
They can't have seeds
without
They can't
us.
have children.
It's you can say it both ways.
It's an equal
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's the whole point. There's no. That's why it's either we both have 50-50 custody
Right.
or not.
Or not, yeah.
You know what I mean?
By
It's like-
natural law,
it's
you have
natural
50-50
law.
custody.
It's 50-50. Yeah, you might have carried the baby and birthed the baby 9 months. Who gives a fuck? Carried this motherfucker
Right,
seed
so
my whole life.
and then vice versa.
My whole life.
If I wouldn't have came
You
unto
got
you,
10
you
months,
wouldn't
bitch.
you wouldn't have had a young
My
boy.
whole life, this
I get it.
motherfucker been swimming
I'm
inside.
out.
You know what I mean? Like,
You know what I mean?
hey, at the end of the day, and it's like, listen, at the end of the day, bro, you play a role.
But
Y'all
but
both play a role.
but you also polygamy. Not to get off topic, polygamy makes more sense when you think of from this. I watched another video. I be down the rabbit hole.
Polygamy does make more sense.
It was a guy and a girl arguing, and she was like, men ain't shit. Women should be rulers. If you put one woman and a bunch of men on an island, it would thrive.
Well,
and
she got it confused.
she got it confused. And the guy was like, that doesn't make any sense. Women can only have one sentient being, and if you get lucky, twins or triplets every year, right? Whereas though if you put a bunch of women on an island and one man, by one generation, you'll have hundreds of kids.
She didn't get that?
Bro, in her head, she was so in feminism that she really thought that women, if it wasn't for, bro.
Shit, and then let that one woman and 10 dudes get pregnant. Next thing you know, she have childbirth
And then
complications, and now she can't even have
Not
kids
even
no
that.
more.
Not even that. How's she gonna know who the fuck the father is? All these men, everybody gonna be like, well, who baby is?
Wow.
That's disgusting, bro.
Feminism's like that.
That's why the Lord gotta come back and burn this place down, bro. I can't wait till order is back in the world, man. Can't wait till order's back in the world, man.
One man, 10 women. In 10 years, you're gonna have 100 children.
Yep. You can knock something down every day.
And now-
Every day.
You can have 10 children a year.
10 children here.
Yeah, probably more.
Well, that's if
No,
you get
about a year.
No, no,
That's unless you have twins. Realistically,
Well,
you're gonna have one a year.
How many women is it?
No, you could,
10
cause you,
women.
Oh, all right. 10 women.
Have
Technically-
100 children.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
10 women.
years.
Okay.
if you do it that way, but technically you can scrape a couple in there 18 months apart, 17 months
Yeah.
apart, maybe 16 months apart.
Yeah.
You could kind of like,
But
you know,
just to keep it simple,
Three
Yeah.
men can populate the world then.
3 men could populate.
bro,
the world.
didn't that not happen?
Bro, 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did that not happen?
That did happen.
Did that after the flood?
That did happen.
Did that not happen?
That did happen.
Yep.
Did that not happen?
And people don't realize that the chosen line came after Noah.
Yep, came
Alright,
after
it wasn't
Noah, yep.
before Noah.
Yeah, it was after Noah.
He's the Most High is bro. The Most High had it all planned out.
Yep.
He said, all right, I'm gonna choose Shem, seed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let them have the little things, but then out of that, I'm choosing Abraham, and everybody descended from Abraham from that point on is gonna be my chosen
Yep,
people.
my chosen,
It doesn't
yep.
matter if that was his cousin, his brother.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. The Most High chose specifically from Abraham and on. This is the seed line that I'm going through. And at that point in the earth, the people already had established nations, because at first it was kind of just like populate.
Because remember
Then it
when-
got to the point where it's like, all right, now that's a nation. That's the people.
Remember when
That's the
Abraham was walking around with Lot, and he even had to split up their camp. They're like, yo, y'all growing too great. Y'all gonna have to go over there,
Yeah, he's
and I'm gonna
a
go
lot.
over here, because it was nations, and they also had all of their stuff, man.
Right.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right. So the Lord knew what He was doing. Lord knew what He was doing. This was this article that Yochanan had put out. That I wanted to get into that real quick.
Yo, the brothers, man. He's like the brothers. Some 3 men can populate the world. Then you watching it too? Hey, come on, fuck me up. Real shit though, Akil. Real rap though. Real rap. Like that's what
That's right.
it is.
I ain't got the. You got the article on your phone. The one that Yochanan brought out earlier. It's in the group chat. The very last.
You seen the link?
What was that? Was that right there? Was that Inside Headlines? I can.
He got that joint on Twitter. Shit.
It's on. Yeah, it's on in time. Should be.
Yo, honestly, like, I mean, according to the scriptures, when you think about it, we created polygamy, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the Lord created. The Lord created.
Well, not we, you know what I mean. Like we
polygamy
was
was
more
always
prevalent
a
to it.
It was always
It
a
was always a
practice. It was always a practice because
Right.
it was a point in time where, remember, they didn't have the same policing systems, and
Right.
man had to take care of the women. So women knew, let me go find the strongest man,
guy, right.
and then mind you,
Right, that makes sense.
Now today, the only
was that article called again?
The only nation that's really upholding polygamy today is the Arabs.
Arabs,
Ishmael, bro.
yeah.
that's what I was talking about. AI preach sermons.
Okay.
What's it called?
you're gonna have like little pockets of people in different nations that will practice it, bro.
New Day reveals a market crash. I see what it says.
What the hell is that?
Salaki Akim, I wanted to bring this out.
Bro, polygamy would solve so many problems.
Solve so many problems.
Solve so many
dog.
problems, bro.
Yo. Jake would be comfortable.
It would
He
solve,
probably won't be killing nobody.
It would solve the STD crisis.
Real rap.
It would
Jake would be
solve.
civilized and
It would
shit.
probably solve the deadbeat father problem.
Deadbeat yup, it would.
It would
Read the article head on that.
It would solve so many. It would solve so many problems.
But nope, we ain't Esau's kingdom.
Every man.
Happiness?
Yo, I was just reading about the I was just reading when I was looking up the Sultan and stuff, and it was like a you know how they Google be having like the little tabs, like it says how many wives can the Arab prince have? And you clicked on it, it was like they can have as many as they wish, and then it was like above it said it's, even in Saudi, commoners can have up to 3 wives. It's normal for commoners, bro. This is your normal people.
Bro, this
to
is-
have 3.
They be like, Assalamu bacon. I need a new one. Man, look, man.
But
No.
realistically, like you,
Hey,
like
bro,
2,
but-
you probably have 2 and be like, yo, man.
Honestly, I know. See, the thing is, the only way I will be able to function in this world with having multiple wives is I would have to have my own crib and they have their own dwelling places, and I can just,
Money.
you know what I'm saying?
All right, it says red alert from End Time Headlines. New data reveals a market crash not seen since the Great Depression could come in 2024.
So it's saying, actually, there's an article here, right here. October surprise. Experts warn stock will be volatile this October. So they're saying that we're in such a downhill slope, especially with the government spending. The what's it called? The debt ceiling.
Yeah.
The debt ceiling is so high that in 1 week they spent over, it was like 60, 70 billion, and they said if they keep doing it by the end of October, they will already have spent over another $1 trillion. Another $1 trillion, to the point where they're saying that it's so volatile right now that is any given day that the stock markets are going to crash or something's going to have to give, right? Now, mind you, we all knew that the bubble was going to pop sooner or later. We all know that the American economy, right, is holding up the world's economy. And even if even when BRICS is trying their best to get from under America, it's still the truth that if America implodes right now, all of those markets are going to hit rock bottom, and then they all are going to be in a rebuilding phase. So what these other nations are doing is they're trying their best right now and hurry up and buy as much gold and resources and get all the treaties together because they see the impending doom. Now Americans don't see the impending doom. We watching. We down at the Piazza. We see motherfuckers on their bikes. Nothing but white bitches walking around ready to go party and drink. Motherfuckers going to the gym, everybody happy go lucky. But what they don't know is all of this, their way of life is coming to an end. You see people walking up and down the street, in the very near future, they're not going to be walking up and down the street. There'll be no reason to go outside. Why? Because what's the point? You can't buy nothing. The food is too expensive. Everything's probably contaminated, and then the Murph is going to be going in this place, man.
Bring that right now.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 24. This is Isaiah 24. I'm gonna start at 4. It says Isaiah 24 started 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Huh? And what does the word languish mean? It means to grow weak. So it says the earth is growing weak, right? The people are growing weak, right? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they had transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
And the earth is defiled because who controls the world? The wicked, the so-called white man, Esau, and his counterparts. And other nations, because Esau is the head, but other nations have a piece of the pie.
Yep.
The nation of Israel have no piece of the pie. So because the earth is defiled, this place is growing weaker and weaker, man. It says that the sins of the earth have reached up into heaven, man. And guess what? The Lord is wroth. The Lord is angry with this place, man. So he's allowing this thing to disintegrate, right? Slowly but surely. That's why also in the scripture it says peace and safety and then sudden destruction. Because right now, bro, we in a cheap place of concourse. We walk down half a block, it's nothing but restaurants and clubs.
Yeah.
Restaurants and clubs everywhere. New restaurants going up,
Yeah,
new
bars.
high rises, bars,
Bars.
new construction. What people don't understand is they move down here thinking they're gonna have a better way of life. They move down here, they come down here because they think they're gonna have some fun. But in the very near future, ain't nobody gonna be wanting to go outside. Motherfuckers gonna be looking at their bank account like, man, I'ma just
Stay in the crib, man.
I'm in the house, man. Yo, you got oodles and noodles? I trade you a pack of hot Cheetos.
Damn, I had Cheetos in a minute.
I had
man.
Cheetos in a minute. Yo, it's gonna get real out here, man. It's gonna get real out here, man. You know, the rich are becoming poor to the point where the rich are now living paycheck to paycheck. They literally did a study that most people that make a lot of money really not making no money because their expenses are so high that it's almost like they're in middle class or lower class. It's like to keep up with their expenses, they gotta keep moving. But it's like what's that? A tuna? Tuna is a fish in the water that all their lives they have to keep moving. If they stop moving, they're gonna die because the only way they can breathe is that they're moving. Even when they're asleep, they're moving. Right? That's how this world is, man.
Never knew that.
Well, there you go. You should learn something. That's how this world is. The rich man, he obtained all of this wealth probably through deceit and wickedness. But guess what? The only way he can keep it is what? To keep moving. Because if he becomes stagnant, what? He loses it all. So this world is literally growing weaker and weaker and weaker. And in the very near future, man, all these shops close down. All these lights on top of this damn new construction turned off. Ain't nobody gonna be able to pay the electricity bill.
Plus, everybody's caught up in American philosophy.
Yep.
With 90% of the population is caught up in American philosophy, which is a lifestyle inflation.
Mm-hmm.
So not only do you go through an inflation in goods, rent, food, and different things like that, but people suffer from lifestyle inflation, where they make some more money, and once they make more money, they feel like they got to spend more money.
Yep.
Oh, I just got a promotion at my job. Time to upgrade my house.
Oh, get a new car.
I just got a new job. I'm making $1,000 more a month. Let me go upgrade my car. You know what I mean? And it's like you're never really making more money. So it's like, yeah, you may have better possessions, but you're still living in the same conditions that you did when you were poor. So you're never really free. Whereas a smart person will chase financial freedom and slowly increase possession. Like, you know what?
Either that or become a minimalist.
And become a minimalist.
Why do you think
man?
Warren Buffett and the richest devils of the world, these motherfuckers drive around in fucking Hondas? And they did what was it, Warren Buffett? And he was driving around and he's like, why don't you drive a Bentley or a Maybach or something? He's like, this is a perfectly good car. He's a fucking billionaire. He driving around. I'm talking about it.
Honda Civic.
It was a Honda Civic.
Honda Accord or something.
Fishbowl too. No tent, no nothing. Just hands on the wheel with his glasses, old ass like this. Yeah, it's a great car, man. It drives, gas and goes.
Motherfucker probably shop at J. Crew.
Oh my goodness!
Like, all right, you know, I'm gonna get a little quality
Bro,
clothes.
I heard
but
another
jeans $50.
You know the
motherfucker's a
Probably spent
trillionaire.
bread on his vices though.
Nah, bro. Well, his vices is devil worship. His vices is sacrificing babies and devil. But that's what they spend their money
Yeah.
on. These motherfuckers.
You talking about like this reoccurring things that people $2,000 car note because they want to drive something crazy, or a $5,000 mortgage because you make $500K a year, so then you gotta have a $5,000 to $10,000 mortgage.
Who the from the Shark Tank? Who the one white boy?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. You know Mark Cuban doesn't go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts because he says it's too expensive. He said, why would I pay $202.50 for a cup of coffee? A cup of coffee should only be 30 cents a cup. If I go buy me some of my own beans and ground it up, rich as shit, and he was still complaining about that.
It's so real though.
But that's the point. The brother is saying that how the American philosophy is you get more, you pay more.
Pay more, yeah.
Whereas though the richest people in the world who have all the power are like, why would I pay for that? Why spend my money on that? You know? Remember, the greed of Esau is to obtain more and more and more. It's not to give up anything. They don't want to give up nothing.
Right.
What?
Isaiah 24:6, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Mm-hmm.
The new wine mourneth, the vine languish, and all the merry-hearted do sigh.
Uh-huh.
The mirth of tapers ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the heart ceaseth.
That's all your music industries, your sports industries, that wine and games, all gonna come to an end. Because people ain't gonna be able to afford to watch any of that, so people ain't gonna be worried about it anymore. People ain't gonna be like, oh, I gotta watch the game tonight. They're gonna be like, yo, bro, man, I got something to eat, man. I can't pay for TV. I can't pay for the internet, man. I need something to eat, man. My kids are starving. All these things are gonna come to an end. People are not gonna look, bro. Listen, if I panned the camera around and just showed you how many people just walking up and down the street,
Nothing but
They're
Edomites.
jolly.
they're jolly and happy.
Yeah,
That's
money.
all coming to an end. It's people walking their dogs, holding hands. Everybody is
Going
just
down to the bar.
go. Hey, let's go down to happy hour. Oh yeah, you know the Phillies just won last night, getting ready for the Braves second round of the playoffs. I heard people happy. Everybody happy. But in the very near future, all this is done. This is done, man. Stock markets are going to crash. The economy is going to crash. The dollar is going to crash. Your money is going to be worthless. Everything you've owned, your car is going to be worthless because you're not going to even have gas to put in the car. Your big screen TVs and your PlayStation 5 and whatever you have at home, guess what? It's going to mean nothing because of what? You're not going to be able to afford the electricity to enjoy it.
Right. You're not going to be able to have internet or afford internet.
Mm-hmm.
The internet's only going to be for the wealthy.
People take
They're gonna lose a lot of money anyway, though, too.
yeah, but when the stock market crashes, everything's crashing.
Yeah.
You gotta think the market completely is going to crash. You already brought out Crashing at the Hills?
No. I'm gonna finish this. You can bring out that's Ecclesiastes 12, 3 and 4. And I finish this. Isaiah 24 and 9. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. That's all right.
All right, get that
Ecclesiastes, I believe, what, 12?
yeah,
I mean, 2 or 3, actually.
Crashing at the Hills.
2 or 3 or 3 or 4. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. You
No, you're talking about Crashing at the Hills.
Oh, crashing.
No.
No, that's windows be darkened. Kind of the same though, with no jobs and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
That's the one.
oh, is that you wanted?
Crashing at the Hills.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 2 different precepts.
Two different. I'm gonna grab the one you said though. Ecclesiastes 12, starting at 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease.
And the grinder seats is talking about the work. There ain't gonna be no work out here. The economy's gonna crash. There's gonna be no work out here. Right? They're already replacing everything with AI technology. Right? They're already there's a writer's strike right now going on for making movies and TV shows. Guess what? Writer's strike. So if the writers are not writing anything, how are you gonna have new shows popping up on TV? Right? Guess what? That's also more mirth being cut off. Go ahead.
It says the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and when the sound of the grinding is low, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the doors of music shall be brought low.
God, because there ain't gonna be any work out here. The economy's gonna crash and everything's gonna be brought down low. People ain't gonna be going outside, like I just said. All this walking up and down the street, being married is gonna be done. The doors are gonna be shut up. People are gonna be fearful, right? They're gonna be fearful because of there's not gonna be any work. Think about not the Great Depression. When was it when what was that movie Gangs of New York, when the Irishman was over here going fucking crazy?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, but what was the time frame?
Like 19, like some type of.
It might have been earlier than that.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
18. Like
the reason why I brought that up is gangs in New York. There were so many gangs. There were so many Edomite gangs and Edomite gangs. Why? Because there was no work. And what did the American government do to stop these white people from killing each other? They created what? The police force and firefighters. They gave, I believe, the Italians the firefighter departments, and they gave the freaking Irishmen the police officers, right? That immediately stopped them from ganging, and crime went down. Crime literally just, woo. Now, all of a sudden,
It's 1862 to 63 is a year.
1862 to 63. If you know anything about this history, this is when it was like brutal out here. Everybody was shanking each other. Wars going on, pirates all over the place. They was getting busy. Basically, the same way how they got us in these fucking rat holes and traps in the hoods. These white people was doing the same motherfucking thing, right? But then what happened was the government was like, well, you got to stop them from doing that. We're going to go and create jobs for them. Those jobs were the police officers and firefighters. And then instantly, the chaos stopped. Now, all of a sudden, the grinding ceases again. No longer is there any work out here. No longer is there any money to be made. Inflation is at an all-time high. No food, no water, no resources. People are going to be out here playing for keeps. You're going to be seeing gangs everywhere.
Yeah.
It's gonna be factions. Yo, what street you from? People really gonna be like, I'm from 2nd Street. What part? East or west?
Walking Dead is the best.
Oh, you on
best I've
east
ever seen.
side? No, you can't come down this block. It ain't enough resources down here. But we gonna go raid this. It's gonna be Walking Dead
Walking
for real.
Dead, without the zombies, it's a perfect example.
But they gonna be zombies because people gonna be eating each other. There ain't gonna be no food out here. Motherfuckers gonna be like, yo, let's go. Like,
They
yo,
be territorial. They fuck around, had this whole building locked up.
Yep.
And they had people with guns with different points, and anybody come near it gonna get,
Yep.
gonna get off.
yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna be. They're gonna be out here hunting for humans, hunting for human meat, man. Everybody gonna be playing for keeps, man, because the everything is crashing and coming to an end, man. And you know what? I say to all you Edomites, so-called white people, live it up, man. Your kingdom, it's on its way out, man. And all we can do as Israelites is be happy about it, man.
Yeah.
It's just be happy about it, because we know that the kingdom to come, what we're looking for, man, is eternal.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna have all this drama and chaos and all that, man.
Not one time.
Not one bit of it. Not one bit of it, man. We are literally gonna have eternal rest, man. You know? So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all you brothers and sisters on the comment board, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom.